Ponylover1989, that's right! Welcome to another reaction episode. Sorry if I made an introduction there. I was just trying to do what my favorite character does after Jesse and James say the model. So, I just got out of the shower and I had to shave my legs again. So, you know, I don't know why. When I'm growing up, I feel like my mom says that I seem to have my dad's legs. I'm not really. Okay, enough about that. I am going to be doing another suggested reaction for Something Different 765. This time it's Kaiju no Kami reviews Shuriken Sentai Ninninger, the 2015 series, by the same user who reviewed Engine Go-Onger series. It's Toku and Animation News Network. So I don't know how many parts there are gonna be for me to react in. And okay, let's begin a reaction with another review on another live-action Sentai show that involves ninjas that battle against a yokai. If you don't know, yokai is supernatural Japanese word for ghosts and demons and etc. So let's begin the reaction. Oh, it's coming up with an ad from Brookfield. And Paramount, we have Paramount Plus. So, here we go.
Art, I don't want to alarm you.
I mean, there may be a boogie man or boogie men in the house. It's Toku and Animation News Network, or Kaiju no Kami. It's proud to present another review on it. Superhero Sentai show. Shuriken Sentai Ninninger.
What's up, everyone? I am the Kaiju no Kami, and this is my review of Shuriken Sentai Ninninger.
5 years ago, audiences were treated to another ninja-themed Sentai show that once again pitted the ninja team against yokai, known as Shuriken Sentai Ninninger. It was nothing groundbreaking, but Toei promised there was going to be a lot of new ideas utilizing Ninninger, as they had hired new stuntmen to elevate the fight choreography from wire works to being able to naturally show off what types of acrobatics the human body was capable of achieving. They also decided that the Ninjers would no longer try to hide in the shadows, but instead go all out in the public.
Although I am trying to figure out how you can really be hidden when you have giant monsters and giant robots destroying the city. Granted, in Hurricaneger they were erasing people's minds, but still, how did the city get repaired? How did no one ever notice this? Can Ninninger elevate itself past its predecessors, or should this one have remained hidden? Let's kick this review off to find out.
The Heroes.
Like a few of the Sentai series before it, the Ninjers are all family members. However, unlike the other series, only 2 of them are actually siblings. The rest are cousins.
Nevertheless, the setup is that the Ninninger's grandfather, Yoshitaka Igasaki, played by Beef Fighters Takashi Sasano, defeated the villains over 400 years ago using a weapon known as the N-Shuriken, and he went on to be called the Last Ninja.
Are one of the weapons that
In the present day, our quintet must defend the world from the yokai menace once more, while also striving to become the next Last Ninja. In order to do this, they must ascend their grandfather's skills, but alas, there can only be one.
Kind of like Highlander, just without all the decapitations and
a Highlander
fun.
reference that you
sort of.
made?
Our obnoxiously loud and annoying team leader is Shunsuke Nishikawa's Takaharu Igasaki. As I just said, Takaharu is very annoying as he can do whatever the plot requires and seems to know this.
Well,
It doesn't help that
Final
everything
Fantasy
revolves
character?
around him. Early on in the show, he gets injured, but despite this, he goes out into battle headstrong, and when our 6th Ranger attempts to stop him, he reveals the rest of his team is waiting for him, as they know they cannot beat the villains without him.
Tell you this. They're waiting for me. I think I was gonna say that. No, you didn't. You never had to say a
That
thing.
right there tells me the show is written for Takaharu to be the sole hero, while everyone else is just a second-string player. He's also the oldest of the group, despite acting the most immature of them all, which is also frustrating. As if his "I'm better than everyone else" attitude is not bad enough, this bone-cracking nincompoop
That's disgusting.
is the only one of the original 5 Rangers to acquire an upgrade form from a lion spirit.
A lion spirit?
Oh sure, he might share this form with his cohorts, but it is the principle of the matter that, well,
Matters.
this is something that has become a common problem over the last decade's worth of Sentai shows, as the Red Ranger starts becoming the only character that matters, despite the show being called something Sentai, something-ger. Toei really should just rename the franchise the Red Ranger and his merry sidekicks.
Did I mention that he also comes equipped with his own catchphrase? Prepare to hear this line over and over and over again. And then when you're sick of it, you're gonna hear it some more.
That silly catchphrase. Thanks, Arn. Thanks, John Kimball.
He's also quite dumb.
Dum dum.
Takaharu's sister is Fuka. Fuka, portrayed by Yuka Yano, is a high school student who isn't exactly sure what she wants to be when she grows up yet. Nevertheless, she strives to do the best she can as a ninja, even if she occasionally messes up.
Football technique part 2. She failed.
She will often keep her brother in check and tends to others over herself first. One of her best moments is when a monster calls her up trying to trick her into giving up her henshin shuriken, like he just did with her brother, and finds it harder than expected.
Let me talk to the guy you hurt.
Our 3rd member of the team is Kaito Nakamura's Nagi Matsuo. Nagi is the youngest member of the team who tends to rely on others or textbooks to help him out.
Ninjutsu training strategies. The book on learning how to be a ninja.
He does a good job at coming up with some new attack combinations, as long as the situation is dire or someone else has already given him the idea.
Tired Earth technique
Beyond that, he is easily
so
the most
hot.
underdeveloped member of the team and has the lowest number of episodes
Especially the
revolving
sun.
around him.
Like, I can't even really remember what episodes truly revolved around just him. I mean, there was the haunted house bit, but that really wasn't his
haunted
episode.
house
That was
bit.
a Kasumi episode, but also kind of a Nagi and Kasumi one. So yeah,
Nagi-
I'm not
Nagi
sure
X
really which
Kasumi?
episodes were solely Nagi.
Yakumo Kato is the team's cool-headed member who strives to be better than Takaharu. Until the Yokai revival, Yakumo attended a wizarding school in England, which is how he learned to merge his ninja techniques with magic spells.
Harry Potter. Is that Hogwarts?
Gaku Matsumoto is a fine actor for Yakumo, but the man does tend to overact during comedic scenes, as it feels out of place for a character like Yakumo. Actually, that is one major area where this show falters as a whole. The backstory and scenarios have such a serious tone to them that the
sorry
silliness
about
the
that.
series
I'm
endures
trying to
really
keep my
counteracts against
headphones.
them, creating an extremely disjointed
falling
series.
whenever I
Anyway,
have a
the hard
towel
part
on my
about
head.
Yakumo being a magician is that he is able to cast
trying to
any
dry
type of
my
spell
hair.
the situation requires in order for the ninjas to succeed in their endeavors. which can get quite tiresome after a while.
A plush puppy? You
何をバカなこと俺が教えると思う
think I should tell you?
アクセルに手裏剣が刺さっているそれを取ればいい
There's a few other annoyances revolving his character, which I'll save for later when I talk about my least favorite episodes of the series.
Oh, Toy Story? Oh, one of the episodes where they've been turned into toys.
Drive into summer with the rugged Honda Ridgeline
Honda,
Pass.
you got a friend
The
in
final
me.
family member of the Igasaki clan is Kasumi Momochi. Kasumi Yamaya brings a lot of personality to this college student and team eventer, easily making her my favorite of the group.
Screen translator machine. Where did that come from? With this, you can talk to machines and animals who normally can't communicate.
そんな便利なものいつの間に
She is an extremely confident woman, conniving, tricking the yokai into thinking she is afraid of ghosts at one point.
もはやかすみちゃんは怖いものなんてないよね。まさか私にだって怖いものはありますよ。幽霊です。
She also does not like losing.
Go.
There is a
Ace
moment in the
Attorney
series where she was
reference.
outsmarted that spawned a scene like this.
Triple H Showdown.
あれかすみちゃんは
お供に手裏剣お借りしました。
I think my favorite part about the scenario is when the other rangers retort with this.
かすみちゃん実はすっごく怒ってる
かもしれない。忍ばず。
While I can't say their personalities and development grip me in this show, I must admit that I really like their costumes. They look pretty striking, especially the Shuriken-styled helmets. I also feel like they have a perfect balance of black, white, and the respective colors. Alternatively, their weapons are beyond basic. They're all weird ninja-styled swords, and a few have some other weapons, nothing that stands out as unique or interesting.
Don't forget the toad gun things. Oh, yeah, the Japanese word for frog is
新しい
kero.
妖怪が生まれたようだ
Kero, kero,
Even
kero,
their
kero.
finisher is pretty uninspiring.
Not Sergeant Frog.
To no surprise, Ninninger features a sixth ranger who actually shows up earlier than usual, episode 10. Not only does this take away from developing the synergy between the core team, but it also makes the show fall into a status quo slump much sooner than normal. At least when six rangers showed up in the second quarter, we were given ample time to enjoy the starting team, learning their individualities, however bland or interesting. Now, one could argue that bringing in the sixth ranger earlier on could break up the Sentai formula, which is a fair point. However, in this case, all it does is hinder the sixth ranger into just being another one of Takaharu's lackeys by the middle of the second quarter.
That's a wait laugh.
And what is our sixth ranger's name? It is the American Kinji Takagawa.
American?
Wait, that's not an American name.
It seems like they are trying to recreate Jiraiya from Kaku Ranger by having Hideya Tawada play a Japanese American who was born and bred in the US until his father and older brother were killed by a werewolf yokai. This act led him on a quest of vengeance that brought him to Japan to acquire the Engine Shuriken so he could kill the murdering yokai and resurrect his family.
あの喋り方も変わってるしさ落語や時代劇があっしの日本語の教科書でございましたからね
He also loves to take selfies with yokai in order to show his kills, since he did take up a job as a yokai hunter before joining with the Ikasakis as a ninninger.
Hey, cheese!
Cassie wins.
Fatality.
Fatality.
Oh, and should I mention that his henshin device is in the form of a cheeseburger?
A cheeseburger.
His weapon is a guitar, and he even comes packaged with his own theme music.
A guitar sword?
Talk about Americanizing your American into a stereotypical American. Can you taste the Americanization?